Hi guys, today you're going to help me figure out what these number sequences are counting in and then help me fill in some missing numbers. You ready to go? Before we get started, let's just revise some of our skip counting together. This one is counting in tens. So remember, we skip 9 and then land on the 10. So let's get started. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's do it backwards. 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Okay, well done. Next one. This is skip counting in fives. Okay, let's go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Remember that we noticed this pattern last time. The first number always ends with 5 and then the next one ends with a 0. Each time the number in front gets bigger by 1. You can also count backwards in fives, starting from, let's start from 70. 70, 65, 60, 55, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Okay, now last, skip counting in twos. So we skip 1 and then land on that number. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100. Well done. Let's try counting backwards in twos from 40. 40, 38, 36, 34, 32, 30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Well done. I think we're ready to start. Okay guys, so here I'm going to teach you how to figure out what a number sequence is counting in. So what is the rule of this number sequence? And then we can figure out what these missing numbers are. So we're going to use a number board today as a tool to help us do this. Okay, so I've got the number 4 here. So I'm going to circle that on my number board. This is how I figure out what I'm skip counting in. Then the next number is 6, so I'll circle that on the number board. And then the next number is 8, so I'll circle that on the number board. Now I can see there's a pattern. I'm skipping a number each time. So now I need to continue that pattern. So what am I going to do? I'm going to skip one number. And what do I land on? 10. So the next number in this sequence is 10. I keep going. So skip 1, land on the next number. So 12 is next. Skip 1, land on the next number. So 14 is next. Skip 1, and I'm on 16. So 16 is the last number that I need in that sequence, and I can tell because I've got a full stop there. So let's count this sequence out together. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. What's the rule? I'm skip counting in twos going forwards. And I know that because I'm skipping one number each time. Okay, here's another one. So we're looking at figuring out the rule first. So what is this sequence changing by each time? And then we can fill out these missing numbers. So let's get our pencil. All right, so the first number is 20. So I put a circle around the 20. Then it goes 22, then 24. Oh, I'm skipping a number each time. So let's keep going with that pattern then. So skip a number, I land on 26. Skip a number, I land on 28. Skip a number, I land on 30. And skip another number, and I land on 32. So the rule for this, if I'm skipping one number and then landing on the next, that's skip counting in twos. Is it getting bigger or smaller? You can see that the numbers are getting bigger as we go along in this sequence. So it's skip counting in twos going forwards. Okay, here's another sequence. Again, I'm going to figure out what the rule is for this sequence before I finish filling in those missing numbers. Okay, so it's starting on 5, this one, and then the next number is 10. Oh, it's skipped 1, 2, 3, 4 and landed on the 5th one. Okay, and then the next one is 15. It skipped 1, 2, 3, 4 and landed on the 5th one. That gives me the clue that this is skip counting in fives. So now to keep this going, I skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I land on the 20. Skip 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I land on 25. Skip 4 again, 2, 3, 4, and I land on 30. Skip 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I land on 35. So this is skip counting in fives. Is it going forwards or backwards? So that's where I need to look. Are the numbers getting bigger as I go along? Yes, they are. So it's skip counting in fives forwards. The next one. So we know what we need to do here. Let's go to the number board to figure out the rule for this one. So it starts on 25 and then goes 30. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then lands on the 5th one. And then 35, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is skip counting in fives too. So to keep going, skip 4, and I land on 40. The next number would be 45, 50. Skip 4, I'd land on 55. Okay. So it's skip counting in fives, and the numbers are getting bigger as I go up the sequence. So it's skip counting in fives forwards. Okay, let's look at this skip counting pattern. So it's starting on 10, then it's 20, and then it's 30. So I've skipped 9 numbers each time and landed on the 10th. So it's counting in tens. So skip 9, I land on 40. Skip another 9, I land on 50. Oh, now I can see this pattern. Remember, it ends with 0 each time. And then this number gets bigger by 1 each time. I don't need to use the number board anymore for this one because I know this must be a 6 and then a 0. And then this one must be 7 and a 0, so it's 70. So this one is skip counting in tens going forwards. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So the first number is 60, then 50, then 40. Oh, that skipped 9 and then landed on the 10th one. Skip 9, landing on the 10th. Skip 9, land on the 10th, so that's 30. Oh, I can see a pattern. Ends with 0 each time. But then this number is getting smaller by 1 each time. So this must be 20, then 10, and then 0. So this one is skip counting in tens, but this time it's going backwards because the numbers are getting smaller and we're going backwards up the number board. Okay, let's have a look at this one. This is a bit different because I've got a number missing here, then I've got 2 numbers in the sequence, then another 2 missing, and then I've been given another number. So I've got to do a little bit of work either way. So we use the same strategy. We find the number 24 on the board, and then it's gone to 26. So I have a feeling that this is skip counting in 2s because it's skipped one number. So to figure out what number's meant to go here, I'm going to go backwards. So I'm going to skip a number going this way, and I land on 22. So the missing number here is 22, 24, 26. Then I skip one, land on 28. Skip one, land on 30. And just to check, if I skip one, would I land on 32? Yes, I would. Okay, guys, well done. Now head back to the wiki and check out what your practice tasks are for missing numbers in a sequence.